righteous.
All right. Hello, church. Good to connect with you. We want to just give you some information on where we're at. First, I want to just start by saying we've been praying for you. We hope you're okay and you're hanging in there. These are definitely some stressful times we're going through as a town, as a church, and as a nation, and even as a global community. It's for sure. It's interesting times we're living in here. But God is good, and He's our King in the midst of it all. That's for sure. We want to give you an update on where we're at as a church and some of the things we're doing. We sent out an email earlier today and then posted the content of that email to the church's Facebook page and our youth ministry's Facebook page. So if you're in touch with us through any of those, through our all church email list or through Facebook, you'll have seen this or you'll have access to this information. But we wanted to kind of summarize it here and push you to those sources as well. So we won't go into all the stuff we said in the email, but just kind of summarize it. Most immediately, folks are wondering what's up with our church. What's up with there's all these kind of social distancing recommendations and prohibitions and so on. Our Stephen and I met with the elders last night, and we are suspending kind of on-site, in-person programs through April 10th. And so that is a Friday. It's actually Good Friday. And so the next 3 worship services, as well as all the programs and all the things happening between then, including our Good Friday service, it breaks our heart to not do the thing we were planning on doing, the interactive experience we got to try next year. We had lots of cool ideas to make it even better this year, but in the Lord's will, we're gonna hold on that for a year. But so we're suspending through then. We're evaluating as we go, and we're just going to keep an eye on what's coming out of the CDC and the governor and Iowa Public Health and all the rest. Our hope and prayer is to be back in person, to be back together on Easter Sunday. We'll see what the Lord does and what He lets us do. But we have plans for what we're doing instead. That doesn't mean no church. We're not using the cancel word, that's for sure. And so, Stephen, going to tell us about what's going on.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. So this YouTube channel where you're at right now, or if you're on our website, on our sermons page, is where we're going to be launching this video content for you, which is going to be most of what we're producing. So we're going to be live streaming our service every Sunday morning at 10:30 for the next 3 weeks. Really so we can still gather together. We don't want to stop gathering as the church. We want to still be able to worship and hear God's word and study together. So our first one's going to be this Sunday, March 22nd at 10:30. So please join us. Same thing, we'll have a YouTube live out waiting. Feel free to share that link. We'd love to just minister to people in our community as well. And it will look a little bit different. So we'll have worship. Pastor Don's going to give us a sermon. And then afterwards, we're going to give you some resources. And we're still working on the best way to get those to you. So in the very least, they'll be in the comments or in the description of the YouTube video, but something for you and your family or you and your small group to discuss afterwards whenever you guys meet, whether it's right after our service that night or a different night that week. We want you guys to be able to basically be the church, be discipling and encouraging each other. You can also interact in the comments section of it. You guys can say good morning, interact as a church, just like you would here, but digitally in our comments section, which is really exciting. You can also do that even after we go live. It's going to stay up on our YouTube page, so you can watch that again later. Communication, like I said, this YouTube channel, like and subscribe. I think down there's a subscribe button with a bell next to it. Click on both those so you can stay up to date with everything. We're also working on updating our email list and texting list, so please let us know if you're not receiving anything. We're working really hard to communicate with everybody. And you can also check out a family resource page, which again, after we go live, I'll add that link to the description here. This is for each and every household. Basically, anybody can use it. If you live alone or with a roommate, or if you have little kids or teenagers, anybody. We have stuff from crafts, activities. I think you posted a free book that you can download.
Yep, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, tech things, how you can communicate with people, just anything we can think of that can help you guys during this time, we want to put it on there. We also encourage you to use our Facebook page. Post some ideas if you had a really fun craft. Share them so we can really be the church and sharing things like we have been.
Cool. Let's see, what else? We want to say a word about giving. We talked about this last night at the board, and it's a reality with a nonprofit like a church is. The word about giving is if you can still give, please do. We do definitely recognize that some folks are already feeling that pinch. We know that that's true in our community. And we're not kind of asking folks to do something they're not able to do, but as the Lord enables you, please continue to remember the church's ministries. Staff, and it's not just me and Stephen, it's we have a staff of about 6 people here. Our staff kind of really appreciates it, and so do our missionaries, and just to keep things running. So if you're able to give, please do. There's other ways to give other than the weekly offering with the plate, so you could mail a check or use bill pay if your bank does that. We actually have an online giving option that it's funny, we're in the middle of working on how to make that even more accessible for people, and then all this happened. So, but we have actually an online giving option, which will kind of make the links available when we send out information about the Sunday morning service each week. You could, basically, it's a PayPal-enabled mechanism where you could use a debit card or a credit card or PayPal to make a donation to the church as well. So we just kind of remind people that that's available, and thank you for that in advance. But of course, the big point is we're here for you. And if we just wanted to say, if you need somebody, if you need someone to pray with you or talk with you, or you got all the extra time maybe, and you're reading through the Bible and you got a question, we are here for you. We want to be able to do that. Pastor Stephen and I both. You can call us, you can email us, you can text us if you need our numbers. If you don't have them, we're not going to put it on a video here, I suppose, but give the church number, the main number, a call. We're happy to share all that information with folks. It's in the directories and so on. But it's not just he and I, it's the elders of the church. We have an activist elder board, and they take their shepherding role very seriously. Each of those 6 men has a list of people. They've actually divvied up the master list of the congregation, and they're praying. Each one of them has a list that they're praying for and caring about. So you can reach out to the elders of the church. Our women's ministry is super organized into women's ministry care teams. Reach out to your care team people, and of course your small group. Many of you are involved in one or more small groups, and we would just really encourage you to be the church to each other. And that's not to, we're here for you too, but be the church to each other too, and to your neighbors. And we talked more about that in the letter, but this is a great opportunity for us to be the church scattered, to be the hands and eyes and feet and mouth of Jesus to our neighbors and to each other. Also, if you have any physical needs, that's all still coming together too. We spent some time talking about that last night. It's a work in progress, but the church is in a position, not the institution of the church, but the people of the church are in a position to help you, or for us to work together to help the community. And Atlantic's really pulling together that way, and the local communities are. So that's a big part of it too. So let us know if you find yourself in a need like that, and we'll help plug you in as best we can to some resources. There's several things, you kind of heard us say it a couple times already, things we're still figuring out. We have some ideas, we think they're great ideas, for promoting small group interactions, even if a small group can't meet in person. Promoting prayer, we have some things we want to do for that. Kind of those core value things we talked about back in January as our church. So please stay tuned. More information's coming out, and I'll ask Stephen to close us out just by reminding us how they do that. How do folks do that?
Yeah, so again, that resource page that's going to be in the description below as soon as we get off live is going to have a lot of things on there, how Bible studies can get together, things you can do to talk to each other, whether it's just over the phone or face-to-face through a camera, anything like that. But we're mainly going to be using email, Facebook, this YouTube channel. So again, I'm going to say, please subscribe. You'll get notifications of videos we post. Youth, if you're a family that has a youth, we use Remind and Instagram, so check those out. Again, those are all on the resources page that we've made today and are going to be adding to a lot. So we love you. We're here for you. As scary as this is, we're seeing already people seeking Jesus, the church coming alive, and it's been really encouraging to see that. So as scary as this is, it's a very exciting time to see how God's working. So we love you. Thank you for joining us here on our live stream, and stay tuned for other videos. And if not, we'll see you again live Sunday morning at 10:30. So thank you, church.
All right. Bye.